Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And also welcome my loyal YouTube subscribers. Hey, today we got this new project. It's an e-bike battery. Of course you see that's what this big giant humongous thing is in front of me doing. It stopped working. So I need to get in here and fix it. And I decided, since I was going to open it up, that you might want to tag along and see what's inside of something like this. I know it got batteries in it, of course, but I want to see what else might be in here, and plus what might be ailing this thing. I was riding and then all of a sudden it just like turns completely off. I couldn't restart it or nothing, and luckily I was on an e-bike that had a rear hub, which means that I could pedal home because it wasn't a mid-drive. But anyway, so we're going to open this up today. We're going to try to fix it. I'm gonna bring you along so you can see, just in case you might have an issue like this and you want to fix yours. So let's try it out. All right, let's get going. Okay everybody, we are here. We are going to open this battery here because I've had some trouble with it recently. I never had trouble with this battery before. It's my e-bike battery. I was out on the trail riding and it just like shut off. So we need to get inside to see what's going on. I didn't see any smoke or anything. I pushed this button right here, which is a button that lets you test the battery. Nothing won't happen. It usually lights up green across here, let me know how much level. So that kind of told me that the issue is within the battery itself. I even checked the contacts of the that connects onto the bike. Nothing was broken or in the way of that functioning. So I just took it off. And we're going to open it. I'm going to bring you along. So hang on. Okay, I am back and I am going to try to get this battery open now. We're going to open it because we have to get inside to see what's going on. Maybe all you need for, if you have a battery like this, one that's shaped like this, you probably won't have a BMW symbol on it. This is a custom job that I did on my bike. So it's like a theme for BMW. So, but anywho, we're gonna take the bolts out this thing and get inside. We're gonna see what's going on and what might be causing the trouble. You gotta make sure you don't lose the bolts. So try to screw everything. Keep the screws the way you can find them. I'm just gonna take all these out. You got about I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 bolts here in this little thing. They're not really in there tight either. They don't seem to be too tight. I guess it's not really needed. It's just a casing. Some of this don't want to come up out of there, but yeah. Oh, okay. This battery is quite heavy, but it's really powerful. It's been holding up pretty well. I've had it about a year now, and I'm so surprised that it decided to cut out. But I just recently teamed it up with a new controller, which may be why it went out, I'm thinking. The controller is more powerful than the one I used to ride with. I kind of upgraded, This battery, the controller I upgraded to was like a 150 amp unit. And this battery is not 150 amp rated at all. This is more or less, yeah, let's get in here. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna turn it over. I guess you just gotta turn it over. I went in here a long time ago to take a look around, and I just looked, so it may look like I've been in it before, but yeah, this is the casing. It comes off like so. Take that off. Okay, now, so this is your standard battery. It's sealed in what they call shrink wrap. That's what this blue stuff is. I see it has some 8 gauge or 6 gauge wire. They're big wires here. These are also 18650 cells, from what I can tell. I don't want to unwrap a whole bunch of stuff, but because I know what's in here. And these wires here are wired from the BMS. There's a BMS located actually right up under this here. I was able to access it the other day. Okay, yeah, so there's a BMS here. It says that this thing is 40 amps. This particular BMS is a 40 amp lithium ion battery kit. I So that may be why it went out. I first thought the BMS might have blown. But I looked over here and I see that it was equipped with some safety features. You got 2 fuses here. And when I look over one of them here, let's take a look at this one, see what it's looking like. But before I do that, hang on just a second. I'm going to turn the power on. We're going to just verify nothing is... There's a power switch right here. I'm just going to verify nothing is working. When I push that, nothing happens, right? Okay, so we see that so far. So I'm turn the power back off. Back off. I believe that's off. Yeah. Yeah, that's off. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna check this. Let's check this fuse first here. Let's see what we got here. Because sometimes if the fuse blow, of course, it's not gonna let voltage go to the BMS at all. What's up with this tape? That's weird. Okay, hang on. Do I have a cutter? I want to get up under this tape, and I need something to get in there to do that with. So I'm going to use this little blade here. I'm just going to get in there a little bit. You got to be careful around these wires with anything metallic because, you know, you have voltage in here. So you got to be very careful. So from the looks of it from the top, it looks like it's okay. But let's take a look with the meter. I'm going to pull this fuse out. Okay, I'm just going to set the battery aside. Set the fuse here. And I'm going to get my little... I'm going to check for continuity right now and see what I can find out. Continuity means that if it's not shorted, you should hear a sound like that. If it is shorted, you won't hear anything when I touch these tins. So one, so that one is not shorted, so that fuse is good. Okay, so we're gonna set this back up and put this fuse back, so we know that one is good. There's 2 of them in here, so this is one of them, and this looks like it's going to the BMS chip itself. I mean, you know, little board. This other one, however, is a very hefty one, so I imagine it's an inline power fuse. It's labeled fuse on top. Let's get in there a little bit. Get the cap off. And see, when I was on the trail, I couldn't check this because like I said, you have to open the battery to get to it. Would have been nice if they had made this thing where the fuse be on the outside. But anyway, let's pull this out. Okay, let me set this aside. Oh. Now, right away, I can tell it looks like it's broken. The fuse element inside looks like it's kind of broken. But we're going to test to be sure. Let's find out what we got. Remember, as I said, if the fuse is good, it'll be a sound. If it's not, it should not. Okay, we test here is good. Okay, nothing. So, see, there's nothing. So that means this circuit is open. So if the circuit is open, that means we got to change it. This thing came with a 40 amp fuse, so I'm going to throw one of those in there. These are readily available fuses. I'm going to throw one of those in there. Now this one is, let me test this out here. Make sure it's good. Because sometimes you can look at that little window and it may look good, but it may not be good. Now that one is good. That one is good. So that means I can put that inside. I'm going to throw this in here real fast. And see if this is going to be the solution to my problem. If it's not, I'm going to have to dive even deeper into this circuit. Okay, get the fuse back in there. Let's throw this cap back on where it came from. There. All right, let's give something a try here. I'm going to look it over, make sure nothing else is... I took a sniff test on. I don't smell any smoke. I don't smell anything bad going on. Okay, so I'm going to turn the switch on here. All right, now let's take a look at the battery indicator if it's functioning or not. Oh, wow, look at there. What do you know? The battery function are on again. So that means this battery is back to normal, which is great, which is what I needed. So in essence, that's all that blue. When I was powering my e-bike with this battery using the Sabaton 150 amp controller, this fuse couldn't handle it. It's a 40 amp fuse matching the BMS that's inside here. So this blew to protect this, which I'm happy because a fuse costs what, $1 or something. BMS costs you about $40, so you don't want to blow on that. It's best that it blows this, and that's good. So I think I got this fixed. I believe it is. So I'm going to get the shell back together. I really don't have to go in here. I won't try to go in here and mess with anything. I'm just going to put it back together because it's now repaired. Just gotta, when you're putting it back together, you gotta make sure you don't pinch any wires. You know, you don't want to pinch anything inside. Let me see. All right, y'all. Looks like my battery's back in business. Everything is working on it. And so that just shows that, you know, sometimes when things cut off on your system, it may not be nothing that major. It may not be something as simple as a blown fuse, like in this case on mine, just a fuse. Now, if it had been a controller inside, you know, I would have had to order one and, you know, solder it back, which wouldn't have been much of a deal, but it would have been a task though. But luckily this was just a fuse issue, so I'm going to definitely go back and set the Sabaton controller to handle this level of a battery, so it won't be no more issues with that. And I also want to mention, if y'all are new to this channel, you know, I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate also all my loyal subscribers that's been following me so far. I want to mention a YouTuber that is out there. He kind of inspired me to get into the Sabaton controllers, which I now found were more powerful controllers. He's on E-Bike Life, I believe it is. I'll try to leave a link in the description for you guys to check his channel out. I think he's pretty informative. He shows videos on the actual ins and outs of the Sabaton controller, how to mount it, you know, his methods that he's been trying. So I just think you guys might like watching his channel as well. So if you get a chance, stop by there. But anyway, that's all from me. I'm going to get this back on the bike, program it, and I'm going to go for a ride. So until next time, y'all be safe and take care. Bye.